I've got an idea. Let's play computer games. Just, don't tell anybody. All right. So, we have here is Vodkaman, obviously. And I wanted to start by just showing how to move a character, just so everyone can see how straightforward it is. So, also they've changed the XP bonuses now. Torchbearer and Everlasting are both have 50% additional XP, and the other two lesser populated servers still have 100, so I'm going to go to one of them. Character transfer, blah 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 blah. So I'm currently on I've got no character on Reunion yet, so guess where he's going? He's going to Reunion. And I'm back up to 5 tokens. I was down to 4 after moving Flex McGristle over to Torchbearer the other day. So we'll use the token. Transfer requested. May take a short time to complete. Character has been transferred. That fast. So we go to Reunion, where we should now have 1 character out of 100, and it's Vodkaman, everybody. Speaking of which, and of course he's an ice character because on the rocks, guys. I mean, seriously. Not sure where I was headed. I think King's Row I was going to go to. And good evening and welcome. Hi. There was a contact I was going to talk to here. Juan Jimenez. Hi Juan, how you doing? I think you should meet a friend of mine. Dr. Anne-Marie Engels, and she's in Skyway City. I have essentially out-leveled this zone, so that's not surprising. I think we also had a contact. Guess we've hit all of those except the Skyway City one. We also have to interrogate Council. I think I'd rather get a different quest than that. So, Skyway City North, I'm going to guess. I'm sure you all missed me terribly yesterday. But thanks for coming back anyway. This is Vodkaman, and I'll show you his ID. He is the wonderful Vodkaman. His battle cry is, "Vodka makes me super!" Well, that explains why he looks like that. And the character description, you've heard of Superman, Yellow Sun, Kryptonite. Same deal with me, except vodka and vodka. And then it's the recipe I'm currently using. Fill glass with ice, add vodka, splash of cream, fill with root beer, and W preferred. Enjoy a refreshing Varb, vodka and root beer. I'm enjoying a Varb. I just consider it superhero roleplay. It can be of great help to you, Vodkaman. Every time the Vazalok population increases, oh, the Vaz, I don't want anything to do with the Vaz. They're both Voz missions. I've learned that an Eidolon called Carver has stolen the Tome of Vestus. She's holed up in a Yellow Rose cosmetics office along with a bunch of other Vozalok. There's no telling what'll happen if they manage to translate that book. I need you to recover the tome from the Vozalok. You have 90 minutes. Fine. Fine. Let me set my notoriety to -1. Because when I hit 17, I'll get a bunch of enhancements. But right now, no. As I've noted before, the reason for the wait is at 17 I can buy level 20 enhancements, and they'll last from 17 to 23. Let's see. That's the Frost Breath. That's the Ice Storm. Let's try the Storm. Ice baby? On the rocks. The embalmed abominations are particularly dangerous in that they will get close to you and then they'll blow themselves up. And needless to say, a zombie blowing himself up, it hurts. 7 office workers to rescue. And recover the tome. 7. That's a lot of office workers to rescue. Alright, I've rescued from my first... Thanks for saving me. Carver is insane! Well, he is a Vozalok named Carver. And I doubt it's because of what he does with the holiday turkey. Although maybe. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't, judge an undead by the package, so to speak. Oh, he's gonna blow. He was doing the little dance they do before they explode. Where it actually looks like they are about to have a bowel movement. Okay, there, I said it. That's what it looks like. I thought there was an office worker there. I was wrong. I could have just let them be. And they would have continued to be dead peacefully. They would have rested in peace. But sad to say, I chose otherwise. I tell you, I do want to put the Ice Storm, get a couple of cooldown reductions on that. Alright, he blew himself up. I was not. Within the explodey radius. Oh, we froze the tougher guy. Got him. Vodkaman is a wise man in his choice of beverages, I have to say. Really, just one on the first floor. I hear thrumming. And that will be perhaps the tome that we need to recover. We froze him. And then he blew himself up. Who hit me? Alright, I've now freed 2 out of the 7 office workers. The tome? It's the tome. Oh, there they go. Good evening, Canucket. Well, you see, his excuse is the vodka makes him feel super. In fact, that's his battle cry. Vodka makes me super! Totally not a red S on his chest. Good evening, Canucket, my friend. You've heard of Superman? Yellow sun, kryptonite. Same with me, except vodka and vodka. That, of course, is him, and totally in no way at all me. Knob Knox, good evening. There appear to be no Vazalok in here. Weird. All right. That is exactly correct. He is an ice-based character. And there he is. So his skills are Ice Blast and Ice Armor. His skill sets, I should say. All kinds of ice. Oh, he's just running. Oh, well, now I know why he was running. Well, so far I've done a good job in avoiding the Splody boys. This is a Sentinel, which I think is one of the new archetypes they created in the Homecoming era. I'll take a quick knee here. Yeah, it's a blaster-like class, but with a lot more defense. Not quite as offensive, and significantly more, well, defensive. Ah, it's level 17 with a bullet. Okay, no actual bullets involved. Oh, how dare you be sloshed on my stream? He said as he enjoyed a strong alcoholic beverage. The nerve that someone would show up in an inebriated state. Since celebrating solo, wife went away to a cheese festival for a week to represent an... No, that sounds... If that professional get-together is anything like most of the professional get-togethers that I experienced in my time in professional life, she's going to have more fun than you're going to have. Because in my experience, those sorts of little get-togethers are, as often as not, all about getting sloshed. Thanks for saving me. Kerfer's insane! Yeah, doing that sort of stuff on the company nickel was always welcome. I mean, hell, I got, 2 trips to Japan on the company nickel. So, yeah. Kind of all right with it. Did I miss anything over here? I think that's where I came in, but I don't think I went this way. Or did I? Well, we've got a bad guy, so they might have a hostage in there. I've got to find out for sure. They do. Didn't your mom teach you that spitting is gross? One of the most noteworthy of those for me was I was coming down with a cold and decided I was going to have fun with everyone else regardless, not the wisest choice I ever made, as I had to get up early to give a presentation the next day. And so I'm sitting in the hot tub and enjoying beverages for much of the evening and then going to bed. Waking up, feeling the effects, I show up. The other person who was supposed to be presenting for the first half an hour gets 5 minutes into his presentation and says, "Excuse me." He heads out the door. On his way out the door, he picks up the wastebasket, and everyone can hear him puking in the hallway, and he doesn't come back. So I have to give the rest of the hour presentation badly hungover, having drunk way too much with an oncoming cold. It's not the company group, it's a group representing Swedish goat cheese manufacturers. That's the benefactor. Don't know how much they paid or what is included, but yeah, well, I mean, those kind of things, it's always nice when you don't have to worry about the money. Obviously you don't want to abuse it because somebody's not going to be happy. Hey, Major Kicks. The missions for solo friendly. I remember playing my way back pretty near impossible minus a few low. Well, what you can do is what I have been doing. At least while leveling so far, up into my highest is almost 30 now. If you go to quick chat here, which is the line with the chat on it, there's a quick chat bubble. You click on it. You go to set notoriety, which is the bottom value. You adjust level and you set it to -1. That'll change all the missions that have internals. Internal missions like this one where you go to a building. It'll make all the mobs in here by default 1 level below you. They can still be as much as 1 level higher, I think, but you're less likely to run into a mission where you just get curb stomped. Come on, I get off the elevator and you guys just start puking at me. It's just kind of gross. Oh, he's embalmed. He's going to blow. I was far enough away. It's not going to make a huge difference, but just that simple change, you're less likely to run into, batches of mobs that you just can't handle. It makes the missions faster, and most of the XP you're getting out of the missions is not from the mobs, it's from finishing the mission. So, now, you'll also note, though, you can turn the levels way up. And so in group play, a lot of times people will turn the levels way up because that increases the XP to the point where killing the mobs is better XP. And the reason with that is if you're in a group, between buffs for the click characters and heals and debuffs on the mobs, it's a lot easier to take on a lot of much higher level mobs. Seriously, another? This must be the skinniest, tallest building in the city. I still have to find 3 more office workers. I already found the magical tome. Well, I don't think I need to fight them if they are not holding a hostage. That's Carver. I think I need to beat Carver, too, so... Alright, we got Carver. We still need to find 3 more office workers to set free. Being terrorized by the Vazalok. scary undead, you know? It's like an Army of Darkness. No. Just one of them's carrying a body, but it's not really a hostage. Unless they keep their hostages in a bag for freshness' sake. Oh, hostage. Alright, 2 more to find. Nobody in here. Alright, so. Carver and her minions. Oh, her. Wow, okay. I'm missing 2, and I have no idea where they might be. Well, I guess we take care of those 3 out on the walkway just in case they do have a hostage in a bag. Nope. The new flavor of Doritos. Hostage in a bag. Tastes like desperation and supervillainy. Okay. Check over here then. Oh, some buildings just have so many little nooks and crannies wherein one might hide away. In this case, a bunch of big undead and hostages. I don't think you can even, I mean, I'm not even sure. I think you can target them, but I don't think you can chat with them. But yes, they're just scared, you know. I have missed two office workers. Hi, guys. There. We'll give him my battle cry. Vodka makes me super. Okay, well, we missed two somewhere. I don't think I missed them on this map. However, this particular floor of the building, I'm feeling fairly confident that I found everybody. Well, this is 35% vodka. Most of the flavored vodkas are going to be a slightly lower percent by default. If you're looking just at regular bottle of vodka, it's going to be 80 proof, so 40%. But these are 35. I am pretty generous with the amount of vodka in my vodka beverages. Yeah, I'm not sure. With ice, usually about up to here. I'm guessing that's a shot. Maybe a little more. Alright, so this is the entry. Aha! I said. There's one. I missed the Reaper twice. Alright, fortunately I did not miss my icy breath to take out the Splody boy. The embalmed A-bombs will blow themselves up, so. Alright, we got one more to find. Well, it also depends. If I'm down to, like, the last, little bit, and it's late, and I'd rather finish off the bottle, then I'll make an extra strong one, right? Must be there. I don't see him there. Freeze the Reaper in ice. Let him sit there and chill out. So that wasn't, in fact, it. We have one more office worker to find, and we do appear to have been all through this. So, must be on the next floor down. I try to approach these things logically, These aren't as bad as the kill-all missions, but they're pretty annoying. Lady, don't knock me over. I'm trying to save lives here, lady. Maybe I missed something down here. I don't think so. I think I was over here. I didn't see anybody. Cube farm. I spent so much of my professional life in a cube farm. It must be over here somewhere, I think. Or all the way down on the first floor. I missed one on the first floor because I'm bad at my job as a superhero. Please, don't tell my boss. Oh, there is an office. Nope, empty conference room. First floor? Lois. Lois is Superman's boss. Depending on, which era you're in. If they're married, she's the boss. I have had vodka neat. The thing is, a lot of American vodkas, like the one I'm drinking, if it doesn't have some sort of essential herbal flavor or something like that, are going to be pretty flavorless. Unlike, say, Russian vodkas. I've had some Russian vodkas with Russians. Warning, do not try to drink with Russians. Not that they're not nice people to drink with. My experience, they were very. It's just that their ability to drink vodka is a stark and terrifying thing to witness. But most American vodkas are basically flavorless. There is a place, one of the American vodkas in a really cool blue bottle called Sky is actually made relatively locally. And you will see them, they have a train sighting. You can't, you can more feel the alcohol than taste it in American vodkas. At Sky, you can see them bringing in train cars with pure alcohol, and they add some minerals to it to give it a little bit of a flavor that mixes well, for example. That's the way out. I'm not having any luck finding the missing freaking hostage. I've checked on every floor twice, and I now need to check on a third time until I can find it. This, to my mind, is not fun. This is the kind of thing about old school games that I really do not like. This kind of specific quirkiness is in no way fun or interesting. Yeah, in essence, yes, that's pure ethanol. And generally, most Americans use it as a mixer, so they don't really want an extraneous taste. For instance, if I wasn't drinking the one that had essential vodka in it, that they didn't throw essential vodka, essential vanilla, the other V word, into, I would be drinking, by preference, a flavorless one. So pardon me for a bit, guys. I'm going to be running around trying to find that last missing freaking hostage. Oh my God. Yeah, so generally, American vodkas are going to be flavorless because they're intended to be used as mixers. They're mainly a delivery system for alcohol, and that's it. But I have had some flavorful vodkas where all you were tasting was the natural flavor of the vodka. Mostly it was Russian stuff. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't particularly to my taste. I'm going to be sipping a straight alcohol or a hard alcohol. I would prefer to have a nice tequila or a single malt scotch. Okay, we came this way. Check there. Second floor again checked. Looks like I've checked everywhere. All right. Well, depending on your source material that you're making into moonshine and how many times you've, in essence, distilled it, that's going to determine whether you end up with any flavor or not. All right, not that way. Might be here. I'm pretty sure I've been here. Yeah, well, drinking for effect. Believe me, I know all about drinking for effect. This should have been done 10 or 15 minutes ago. Right, this is the really obviously not on this floor, but I'm going to double check because somewhere I missed something obvious. Please, oh please, oh please, oh please. I have never seen a case of them clipping through the floor. It's not impossible, I wouldn't think. For instance, you can, and I have knocked mobs through a wall partially, but they were always able to find their way back out. Basically, they were able to, if I ran back far enough away, they would always be able to make it back out on their own. All right, this is behind that on the north side. Yeah, it's a good idea to just start tab targeting like a maniac. All right, none of these doors are open. Nothing back there. All right, we're on the south side now, right? Right. Is the one with the vault? No. Yes. The safety deposit boxes. Chat died on me? On you? Well, I can see you. Let me put in a test. That's a test. Oh. That's odd. That's got to be on your end, I would expect. Because it was on my end, I would assume people would have told me, hey, we've lost our connection. Oh, where the bleep? Second floor somewhere, maybe? Thought I checked. Maybe I didn't check on both sides. No, no. First floor? What in the... Maybe. Got it. I assume, I hope, I presume. That was it. All right. Yes, Twitch, quote-unquote, magic. All right, we found it. It only took us 3 complete scans of the building. Comic Sans indeed forthcoming and appropriate for a change. No, you're quite right. What's unusual is that it will be appropriate. Afterburner. So this is another thing they added with each of the travel powers. They have sort of an augment to it. So flight gets an afterburner, as an example. Basically a temporary speed boost. Where did I miss it? No, I'm not there yet. It's over there. And now a super jump gets a double jump as well. And flying gets, or teleport gets a slower version of flying too, I think. Let me get back to Atlas Park. And, dun 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 dun, the completely appropriate use of Comic Sans. I'll be right back. I'm back, and the Comic Sans can go. I need to talk to Ann. Well, first, I did hit 17, so we will train, and I will buy some enhancements to make myself stronger, faster, more powerful than I was. Somebody's throwing a nice group heal around a bunch of people who really don't need it. Alright, we know what we want for Ice Storm. We want recharge reduction. This will take me a couple minutes here because I don't want to screw this up. Ice Storm. Enhance slow movement, reduce endurance costs, enhance range, enhance recharge speed. We want recharge speed. Level 20. Recharge speed, please. Where is it? Recharge. It's going to cost a good chunk. About a quarter of my net value. Simply, it's a very good opener. A little short range, but... Got your yearly pension letter today. They increase your monthly pension by a whole $200, but the pricing has risen by about 100% on stuff since the last time they raised it. Yes. Yeah, why would we want to include actual cost of living increases that actually mirrored the cost of living? Cost 12 kroner when last a raise, and now it's 24. Yeah. Well, the last year and a half or 2 years has been awful for inflation. It's been an attempted political football in this country. It's tough to blame the president, whoever the president is, for inflation when inflation is also hitting the UK, the EU, Asia. If he's got that much power to cause inflation everywhere, then when our economy's good, everyone's economy would be good, right? Exactly. Thanks, Obama. Where else would we like? Okay, we would like, say, a couple of accuracy or 3 accuracy as well, so we don't miss. Missing, bad. So we will get 3, and that's going to be a pretty big chunk. We've got 21k left. Yeah, a president can affect a lot of things, They can't affect it quickly, and they can seldom affect it worldwide, especially when it comes to stuff about economics and the like. I would agree with that. Okay, well, I spent a good chunk of my accrued influence, but now my ice storm I'll be able to fire more often, and the rest of my skills are less likely to miss. We need to talk to Anne-Marie Engels. And she's in Skyway North. Oh, right now Argentina, yeah, their economy is, well, I believe their current inflation rate is 100%. Or was it 200%? I can't remember. I think it was 100%. And yeah, that economy is just screwed. So it's no wonder they turned to the politician they did, a guy with no real political experience. And who knows, maybe he can get something done. Because the regular politicians were definitely not doing their job. I've heard that the Eidolons retain working brains and all the memories of their human lives. I guess the memory of being beautiful must have tortured Carver, so she decided to regain her lost looks by performing one of the rituals described in the Tome of Vestus. It's sad, really. How could anyone trade her life, however short, for a hollow existence as one of Vasilok's zombies? My friend, you've impressed me with your commitment to Paragon City, blah, 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 blah. Sure, a new contact? Wow, Vitaly Charenko. Ooh, always nice to have an opportunity to use my bad Russian accent. The Mystic Healer, he's a walking hospital, only uses magic instead of bandages. You should talk to him and see you can help him out. Oh, the Sioux and the Circle of Thorns, no. We hate them. I prefer the Lost and the Clockwork, thank you, in Steel Canyon. Paranism is not a winning policy, but hey, they're resistant. They've kept it for 70 plus years. Yeah, well, it's very difficult to believe. You can't logic a person out of a position they didn't logic themselves into. Politically, religiously, doesn't matter how they got to a position. You can't argue them out if they weren't argued in. What about available missions? The Vasilok Plague. Look, the city council wants to keep this quiet. There's been a rash of mysterious illnesses the past few days. And a few cases have already proved fatal. We're not sure what this disease is, but it's quite virulent. If something isn't done soon, we'll be living in a ghost town. This town, coming like a ghost town. Okay, I'll try not to sing. We do have good evidence that the illness is connected to the Vasilok zombies. I need you to take this scanning device and use it on any Vasilok you see. We'll need the data we can get. Stream is turning into spinning circle watching. Arguably, that's maybe a push. Yeah, that's maybe breaking even. Okay, we'll take the Vasilok quest. Defeat 15 Vasilok. Once you've defeated 15 Vasilok, we should have enough data. Alright, 15 Vaz. Where are we going to find Vaz? Vaz in Skyway City? Oh, I know. Let's check the book. We've got the book. Skyway City. Where can I find Vaz? Nowhere in this city, in this part of the city. There's no place in Skyway City that's got them. Can they be anywhere? Here's the scanner. I hope you can find... I didn't get a... I don't think I got a temporary power, did I? Day job powers, accolades, double XP booster. No, I don't think so. Okay. No, I didn't. So they should be, then I can do them anywhere. I believe we have them in Atlas Park. Maybe not. I know that there are some in Kings Row. Yeah, alright, we'll head to Kings Row. Over here? No. Wrong way. Of course, I went the wrong way. If there's anything I can count on, it's me going the wrong way. Oh, it's certainly possible, yeah, that it's Twitch. I absolutely believe that. Well, they just laid off. Wow. I'm not drunk yet, guys, I promise. They just laid off a third of their employees, so who knows? Yeah, that sounds like it's a Twitch thing. Alright, vase. We've got a face reaper. Alright, let's see. Yep, there we go. Hi, guys. Let's see how this works. Yep, they count. Let's see how the cooldown is on this now. That victim is... They're all messed up. Ragdoll physics can lead to some truly horrifying things. So these VODs do count. So this won't take too terribly long. He's envious of my root beer. He has some San Pellegrino orange lemonade. There was a time in my life, hard to believe because I'm such a inherently cheerful kind of guy, where I was very down. And in 3 nights, I drank 1.75 liters of vodka, and each of the 3 nights was vodka and lemonade. Not good for the stomach. I can assure you of that. Not good for the stomach. I need to defeat 6 more Vasilok. Five more Vasilok. Three more Vasilok. Friday, gonna order yourself a birthday present. Well, I approve of that, for starters. 20-odd sodas from an import company that sells worldwide. Now that can be fun. That sort of thing, definitely. I've received my first tip. Just the tip. A tip is a special one-use contract that will give you a lead on the word on the street. Investigating a tip will grant you an alignment mission. Completing enough of these will eventually give you access to a morality mission, not mortality mission, that will allow you to change your current alignment. That's how you can go from being a hero to a villain. A Vero to a Hillen. There you go. Honest, guys, I'm not drunk yet, all right? It's coming. No doubt about it. It's coming. Was that done? If you don't... Oh, I need to scan more Vodka. Right. Okay, I thought so. Why'd the mission go away, then? I still need to defeat 2 more. There we go. Thanks for scanning those Vazalak, Vodkaman. If they were carriers of this strange new disease, this data will be invaluable. The best minds in Paragon City are working on this data you collected from the diseased Vazalak. Oh, I'd like to call her again. Hi, Anne-Marie. How you doing? You're looking good. Did you change your hair? Lose a little weight? The Vazalak Plague. We had people all over the city scanning Vazalak, but you got the best results. Well, I am the hero. Based on your data, we think we've discovered where the diseased zombies are coming from. No surprises here. Those walking disease factories have been hanging out in the most unhygienic place they could find. The sewers. I knew it was the sewers before we got there. I need you to eliminate the diseased Vazalak and collect some samples of their tissue and blood. Go to fault line and stop the Vaz. Eliminate the diseased Vaz. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Vazalak. Oh. You know, it helps if you press your fly button when you want to fly. Just something I found. We're heading to Boomtown, formerly known as Boumpton. Steel Canyon, Galaxy City, Press Park, Boomtown. So it is north of Steel Canyon. So we go to Steel Canyon North. Steel Canyon North. I do not like... Oh, 3 nights in a row? What was the occasion? God, I can't remember her. I can't remember her name. Usually, if somebody's drinking multiple nights in a row, it's due to a person of their particular persuasive preference. This should be Boomtown. The Vaz are nasty. They're not as awful as they are to start with, because initially their puke is just not quite a death sentence, but it can get you dead in a big hurry. All right, eliminate all disease. All. It's an eliminate all mission. No! Yes, the 3 nights in a row was, unsurprisingly, relationship issues. Yeah, it's enough that they're in the sewer, but they're in the sewer of a wrecked part of the city. I don't know, maybe the sewers stopped working and they're not full of excrement. It took me like 8 minutes longer than necessary on the find all mission in a building. All right. Find disease sample. Oh, charming. Oh, look. It's raw sewage. I found a disease sample. Probably lots and lots and lots of them. See, they puke on you, and it continues to tick damage on you. And obviously, it's an incredible nightmare to get out of the costume. It's just disgusting. Okay, that's true. But the ice melts. And I end up with squishy boots again. And Kozlok puke. Everywhere. Hi, guys. Well, yeah, it's fine as long as I keep the ice rolling the whole time. But if I stop for a minute and let it go, so, you know, I could shake hands when someone awards me a medal, all of a sudden, yeah, you see what I'm talking about. All right, the embalmed cadaver's got to go. All right. That's true. That's a very good point as well. Also, he gets tired of the people making Vanilla Ice jokes. More or less, you behaved. I mean, let's not get carried away. Mission map, please. That's a pretty straightforward map, it looks like. I hear a thrumming. That should be the disease sample, I assume. They're kind enough to keep it refrigerated. Well, naturally, you thought them. I missed with my breath. Disease sample? I'll just have to eliminate the rest of the vase. The range on my ice skills is a little underwhelming, I have to say. And I gave him a fastball. American baseball has a lovely term that's used for when you throw a pitch up near somebody's head. Not to hit them, but just to sort of push them away from the plate. It's called chin music. It's just one of my favorite baseball phrases. Mostly played in a group, so the kill all mission was not that horrendous since the whole team that zoned around. Yeah, exactly. Well, a lot of the issues in a lot of the old school games almost required a group. Some of them outright required a group. You know, I mean, maybe it was possible in EverQuest to level all the way up to cap solo, but I doubt it. All right, that was Cutter. We had Carver earlier, and now we had Cutter. Okay, that wasn't a bad kill-all mission at all. I withdraw my complaint about that mission. I mean, I played a lot in a group. I just played more solo. Interrogate the council in Boomtown. Interrogate the council. Oh, I have to defeat 15 council here for a second mission. Well, first, let me go ahead and talk to Dr. Anne-Marie Ingalls. Great work, Vodkaman. These samples are the disease in its pure form. With these, we're sure to find an antidote. I'll get tests run on them immediately. The Vasilok plague. I'm sorry to say this, but you've been infected with the Vasilok virus. Now, I don't want you to panic, but you're going to be a zombie. It's at a very early stage, and we're already hard at work on the serum. If you could take these diseased blood samples to Professor St. John Smythe for final processing, I'm sure he could give you a shot right away. Well, we'll accept that. That'll take us back to Atlas Park. And we need to beat up some council here in Boomtown. Let me do a quick check again in the book. Boomtown, Boomtown, Boomtown. Let's see. Council. Council's not listed because the council didn't exist in the game at that time. Right. Only the 5th column was in the game at that time. The council was not. Trollkin. I wonder if any of them are named JRR. JRR Trollkin, it's a joke. Lots and lots of Trollkin around. Outcasts, good. We found some outcasts. More trolls. Outcasts. More outcasts. Outcasts the sequel. The council can wait. We're back to Atlas Park and St. John Smythe, whatever. Hey now. Back to AP. Rikti invasion forces have been spotted in Skyway City. Non-combatants are advised to seek cover. They have started the Rikti invasions now on all 5 servers. St. John Smythe, whatever it is. He's in here. Where's Wesley Wyndham Price? That's my question. I believe he's in like the science. Jonathan St. John Smith. Thank goodness you're here, Vodkaman. Our labs are under attack by Vazalak zombies, and we need you to help. If that lab falls to the Vazalak, our hopes for the cure will be ruined. Right. Defeat Patient Zero and minions. Steel Canyon. Played Outcast. The musicians? I mean, I'm familiar with the band, Outcast. Or group. Or pair of musicians. Now, one of them did Hey Now. Andre 3000 did Hey Now. Steel Canyon, I think. The other one has had a little run-in with bad publicity. See something. CeeLo. He made a statement of something along the lines of, you can't rape a woman who's unconscious because they won't remember it. Something along those lines. And, well, you know, sometimes if you get canceled, it's because you deserve to get canceled. CeeLo Green, I think, is his name. Oop. In we go. Yeah, evidently. Three scientists to rescue. All right, we're rescuing scientists today. The embalmed abomination said something? Okay, this one's saying meat. I believe that. But the embalmed abomination said spread out and kill the lot of them. What? Yep, exactly. A lot of times, whatever you learned is something you'd rather not have learned. All right, come on, you ran, you little chicken shit. Not so Grim Reaper now, are you? Jerk. That used up... Wow. I'll have to keep an eye on my energy a bit more as it's pretty low right now. Let me... Taking a quick knee. Well, that, I guess, is one of the scientists. Oh, whoop. This is not going great. as I was almost out of endurance and very low on health. These guys are hitting much harder. Hell, they are my level. The other ones were like, in some cases, were like 2 or 3 levels lower. The runner-ups in the Second World War, huh? Yeah. They got, my understanding is they all got participation prizes. Yeah, my brain, it doesn't always behave in usually in socially acceptable ways, but not in socially optimal ones. However, you're entirely right. That song was great. And that one was by Andre 3000, not the other guy from Outkast. Hey now. Shaking it like a Polaroid picture. Yeah. There aren't words to describe my gratitude, Vodkaman. Well, can I buy you a drink later then, lady? Ma'am? Ma'am? Well, you try to be nice to some people. Well, I think we're going to have to turn off our secondary toggle for Frigid Shield, as we're just burning through our endurance. And I'm about to, if I run into an actual difficult fight, I'm likely to run out. That one does, let's see, that's Frigid Shield. Absorb over time and resist to slow. Absorb over time. I assume absorbs damage over time? I'm not actually sure. Now I feel stupid having said that. I'm not actually sure what it does, but I have it. Guy's running away again. And I'm dotted up again. And that's why we don't like Voz. These guys are my level. Now, I was walking through everything before these guys. Yeah, if need be, I will make sure I've got 2 endurance M&Ms. But first, I think you guys need a little more Comic Sans in your life. The hand crossbow's bad, the puke is bad. The Vazalot just suck. Not in a good way. And I'm back. Alright, I believe we were going to go up. We still have to find 2 more scientists to rescue. But we also have to defeat Patient Zero. Let's see. Spread out and kill the lot of them again, a diseased abomination. These guys are awful talkative for the undead. Tick. Look at those. 4-point ticks. There's another scientist. Okay. Got him. All right. 1 scientist to go. Listen, I have to tell you something. Yes? Your fly is down. Wait, what? But I'm wearing tights. Embalmed cadaver is the worst, because that's the one that can actually, like, kill me. Wow, even with that other toggle turned off, my endurance is still really low. I repeat, boss locks suck. Ah, and there's Patient Zero. And he hit me with darkness, so my accuracy is down. That Eidolon, Patient Zero, hit hard too. They're constantly trimming me down. And I also have wet ice, which sounds kind of gross. And it is defense versus all, resist versus cold, disorient, immobilize. So that's mostly buffs. Or debuffs, I should say. Defense against debuffs. Well, we got Patient Zero. Now we just need to get rid of these 2 last yutzes, I think. To free the last of the scientists. And we should be good to go. Oh, we have to beat all those minions, which means we need to beat these 3 too. Okay. Truly hate it when NPCs threw down that ice floor that you slipped on. Yes. Yeah, well, there's... You get used to, while leveling up at the low levels, to the fact that the... most of the mobs you're fighting are... They shoot you, or they hit you, and that's about it. And that's one of the things that makes the Vaz so bad. Because they have all these dots and other various things they do. And when you start hitting, hey, level up, but we're going to finish the quest right now. There we go. Mission's complete. We did level up, but we don't get to use the buffs. Sad. But then you start running into the Tsu and Circle of Thorns and the Freaks, and all of a sudden their special abilities become really unpleasant. Contact. So, Dr. Vazalok's minions made off with some of the serum. If Dr. Vazalok modifies the virus to resist the drug, we may not be able to stop the epidemic. You're not much use, are you, lady? Doctor? Dr. Lady? The Vazalok Plague. Now that Dr. Vazalok has a sample of the antidote, it's only a matter of time before he can modify the virus and undo our work. However, I've analyzed all the data, and I think I have a very viable candidate for the ground zero of this entire outbreak. I'd like you to go down to the sewers and incinerate every body you find. If you can manage this, Vodkaman, you'll put an end to Vazalok's evil plague forever. Gee, more sewage time for Vodkaman. But first, training. Valkyrie. Bow now now now. Sort of a jazzy guitar riff. All right. Moisture absorption. Moist. Draws moisture directly from your target and nearby foes, draining their endurance. Adds to your own endurance. I think Bitter Ice Blast, as a bitter old man with a cup of ice. A slower yet more powerful version of Ice Blast. It deals much more damage and can also reduce your enemy's chance to hit. Like other Ice Blast powers, Bitter Ice Blast can slow targets' movement and attack speed. I did have endurance problems, but this has to both hit and drain. And I don't think it does any damage or anything. But I don't really have enough straight offensive shots. And so another one of those will certainly help. Let's see, we can move this. I was using the Prestige Power Slide. That makes sense that I would use that because sliding makes sense because you're ice. So we move that there, we move that there, and we get our new power, Bitter Ice Blast. Man, that's one Bitter Ice Blast. Prestige powers were something when, if you were a subscriber. They're free on Homecoming, obviously. But if you were a subscriber, you had access to prestige stuff. So, for instance, here, this skill, Taser Dart, that's a prestige power. And you start with that at level 1, which basically means instead of your, just your basic attack is the only thing you have, you also have a secondary attack. It's really good for the first few levels, where you hit them with your 1 attack and then your 2 attack and your 3 attack, and you wait for 3 seconds for any of them to come back out. It's another attack you can put in the rotation. Doesn't do big damage, but a lot of times you've got a mob on just a sliver of health. You hit them with that, takes care of them, and you can save your actual heavier hitters for the other mobs. All right, where are we off to? Vazalok Plague. Oh, we hit 18. I'm going to take Velas down. You guys have heard me talking about Velas a bunch. Veles is the end of the Skulls mission in King's Row. The one where I say I always want to be 2 levels higher when I get to it because he's like an elite boss, which is really tough. The pieces are falling in. Remember all these things as Scriber at the start? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really remember it, and I could even be wrong, but that's what I have gleaned. You know, remembered / intuited, whatever. King's Row. This is a zombie or undead necromancer type minion mancer or mastermind character there. But as an example, I'll show you. The prestige slide is this. And it kind of makes sense for an ice character, right? The prestige powers, wrong one, that one. The prestige powers were not like awesome, but they're better than the sort of default run at the start. There's one of them that is a Naruto run. Mind you, I've never watched Naruto or, well, any other sort of TV anime. I've watched a couple anime movies. I've watched your Akira, your Ghost in the Shell, your Princess Mononucleosis. But outside of that, none. But I know what Naruto is because I read Reddit. And so a Naruto run is one of the abilities. Powerful industrial chemicals mask the telltale odor of saparidine being processed in here. We have to defeat Veles. Now, we are 2 levels higher than the mission. And we're also a level higher because we have set the difficulty toggle such that the default value of everything in here is 1 level lower. And yet Veles will still be tough. Most likely. You and the wife watched the first 12 episodes of Naruto when we ditched it, and that was 2 years ago. 21 years ago. Sorry, 21 years ago. Yeah, when anime first appeared here in the U.S., I think it was about, I'm guessing, 68 or 69 in the Bay Area. It was 2 things. It was Kimba the White Lion, which I wouldn't watch because, well, that was a show for girls. And Speed Racer, which I would watch. It was okay. I liked Speed. Trixie was fine. Racer X was cool. But I hated Spritle and Chim Chim. And every glimpse of other anime I have seen ever since, first of all, they all look exactly like anime. A little higher frame rate, perhaps. But they all have characters that remind me of Spritle and Chim Chim. Thank you. Veles, Vodkaman is here. How did he find us? Doesn't matter now, Backbreaker. All that matters is who. Who? I don't understand. Who led him to us? And that's it for Backbreaker. Nirana, go. The lab's location is compromised. What about the trolls? They're expecting a shipment. I'll deal with Atta in time. But first I must now deal with Vodkaman and his new regulators. I have a warm reception in mind. I don't know if you're familiar with there's a writer and game maker and game critic named Yahtzee, Ben Croshaw. And he once said, there are 3 immutable laws of the universe. First, the gravitational constant. Second, the speed of light in a vacuum. Third, anime ruins everything. Let's try our new Well, it's nice. Not overwhelming, but nice. Just watched a clip of that. Understand why you don't like it. I've watched each and every of his videos. Disagree strongly since it's a BS argument, since he hates syndicated anime, which need to be pander and sell each and every month. Well, you're entitled to your wrong opinion. Did I say that out loud? Yes, he is, I think, attempting to provoke a response the way he does when he talks about Nintendo. Because those fan bases have a lot in common in that they are cult-like. What was I watching? Oh, it was Honest Trailers. Did an Honest trailer on... what was it done recently? It was a live-action version of an anime that's incredibly popular, One Piece. And the Honest Trailers bit on that busted me up was, it's a movie based on, they say, a movie based on a manga for boys or kids, based on kids, from an anime for kids in a live-action movie for kids watched by 30-year-old men. Position having watched enough anime to clearly see where the arguments come from, but also know that there is enough adult anime to disprove it. Well, I mean, for me, I loved Akira. I think Akira is a masterpiece. I really enjoyed Ghost in the Shell. I did not like Princess Mononoke. Although I appreciated its artistry, I didn't like it. So those are the animes that I have personal experience with, along with, obviously, Speed Racer from, like, 1970. Well, certainly Speed Racer and Kimba the White Lion, obviously. Yeah, those were for kids. But, for instance, One Piece certainly wasn't. Right, yes, those are obviously... Well, the thing is at least my exposure to anime things, shall we say, on Reddit and on Twitch, is they tend to be very monolithic in that the people who watch anime are not being as discerning as you're being in saying, well, yeah, that one is for kids. They tend to be much more that they have watched and will continue to watch, like, basically all of them. Okay, so my understanding is what you just said is correct, that One Piece, as an example, is written for 14-year-olds. But if you watched the reaction in Reddit and, at least for me, watching a lot of varied Twitch streams, it wasn't. At least the broadcast live-action version was not for 14-year-olds. It was written for 14-year-olds, and acted as if it was for 14-year-olds, but all of these adults raving about how it's the first honest representation and good representation of an anime. And I look at like the trailers and go, what are you talking about? That's a kids show. I'm serious. It was universally well received as an example of a good, honest, faithful representation of an anime. And it wasn't kids making these statements. It was adults. All right, Veles is over here on this side, so I want to clear out all of these mobs first. Oh, they're dead. Now they're gone. And it finally started raining. It was supposed to rain today. All right, here comes Veles. And you'll note, and he summoned up a Grave Knight. I got to keep that in mind, though. The endurance cost on Ice Storm is pretty high, so... But you'll notice, even though I'm 2 levels over the mission, he's putting up a fight. Listen to Veles. Our fate is our own Vodkaman. That is all we have. That is what I offer. But if you wish to prove me wrong, then by all means save the facility manager from this inferno. Which will it be, hero? I do not fear death, do you? I don't think Veles is bluffing. Where is he? Where is the manager? Is he back here? Crap, I've got 3 minutes and I don't know where the hell he is. Rescue the manager. I thought he was back here. There he is. He's all the way back there. I think you can fail this one, yeah. There are some that are timed and they don't fail you when you run out of time. Alright, he's following me. Is he still following? He's still following. And the summoned minion of Veles is still attacking. And I'm burning all the time. Is he still following? Dude is still following. Good, good, good. I took a wrong turn. Back this way. And success. Badge earned. Skullbuster badge. I'm a Skullbuster. I don't remember if you can just restart if you fail either. And like I said, I know that there are missions that have a timer on them that imply that you can fail, but if the timer reaches the end, you don't. So I'm not certain that I could actually fail that or not. But I'd rather not find out. Contact Eagle Eye. Great work. The facility manager is already being treated at Crown Memorial, and the Skull's Paradine lab is already being put out with the fire department. Velis and Marana may have escaped, but without their lab, the Skulls are going to have tough times ahead. You've done it, Vodkaman. You busted the Skull's Paradine ring. Deadlock's personal story. Nothing personal, just business. A thought suddenly darkens Eagle Eye's demeanor as he reflects on events internally. Finally, he chooses to speak on them. I'm afraid I haven't been 100% forthcoming with information, Vodkaman. It's just, well, I didn't want to alarm you. Back Alley Brawler should be the one who is congratulating you for taking down Velis in the Skull's Paradine lab. Unfortunately, he couldn't. You see, Brawler was investigating the sudden surge in Paradine on the street himself. But when the Skulls caught wind of him snooping around their turf, the Petrovics decided to hire some outside help to take care of him, a contract killer named Deadlock. Deadlock and the regulators go way back. He's a high-priced killer, and drug lords have a lot of money, so you can imagine that we had run-ins with him from time to time. Deadlock put Brawler in the hospital. If you like, I can tell you all about it. This mission is single-player mission only. Is Brawler okay? His pride is about as crippled as he is, but he's going to make a full recovery. When I heard about this from Brawler, I knew that the Skulls were up to something big here in King's Row. I dusted off my old costume and carried on where Michael couldn't. Here, I'll tell you about it. And I believe we actually play as the bad guy in this, and we get to beat up the back alley brawler. At the start of City of Villains, the tutorial boss in the caves was a tad overtuned, and a lot of people failed to kill him well. Old school games, they're going to be old school. Yeah, I don't remember much about the launch of City of Villains, frankly. From what I gathered from Brawler, it all started when Deadlock found a way past the security system into Fort Trident. That doesn't sound very good. And I'm going in. And I am playing as Deadlock, the bad guy. You hitched a ride into Fort Trident on the belly of its submarine. Time to pay Michael White a visit for old time's sake. So, my abilities are Quick Strike, Heavy Blow, Sweeping Cross, Spinning Strike, Shin Breaker, Crushing Uppercut. These are all skills that I have on Flex McGristle. Rise of the Challenger and Strength of Will are not. I don't know what those do exactly. That's a toggle, self-regen, and gives the foe a -to hit. Okay. That's a toggle, we'll turn that on. And this is a self-res for disorient, basically to stun break. Okay. Eagle Eye, somehow he didn't trip alarms. He must have been cloaked from them somehow. Well, rode in on the belly. The doc was right, that dermal cloak is working flawlessly. Actually, this guy looks a little bit like Flex McGristle. I wonder if he inspired me. But their communications were jammed. They couldn't raise the alarm. I knew that EM jammer would come in handy. Positron, I'm getting some good data from your thermograph. Do another pass. Let's see what we can see. Oh, that's right, back alley brawler. I'm coming for you. All these years you got away with it, but not anymore. Use the super serum. I earned the Marauder badge. All those years of you kicking my butt. Not anymore, back alley brawler. What the hell? Ugh. Take out the back alley brawler. Oh, what happened? You used to be able to go a few rounds with me, White. You've gotten soft. Carver, I guess times have changed. What's this been, 20 years? 23, but listen, you ain't got much time, what with those broken ribs making you bleed inside something fierce. So let's get the business out of the way before we catch up on old times. You dig? Business? Who hired you? A pair of nutjobs called the Petrovich brothers. Seems you done got them worried enough that they hired me to take you out of the picture. If you come here to kill me, then get it over with. Brother, if I was here to kill you, you'd be killed. I came here to offer you a life-changing experience just like you did for me, but in order to do that, you're going to have to hit rock bottom. Brother, when you wake up from that, I guarantee you'll be a changed man. Mission complete. Gained 1,000 XP and 500 influence. Velas of the Skulls hired you to take Back Alley Brawler out of the picture, and that's just what you did. As your old rival, you felt it was better to leave both his body and his pride crippled rather than kill him. You earned the you should see the other guy badge. Got it. And that's how Michael told the story. Be careful, Vodkaman. There's no telling whether the Skulls still have money necessary to hire Deadlock to pay you a visit, in order to repay you for what you did to the Petrovich brothers. Just remember, watch your back. I will. Ask about the store. I'll sell all of these enhancements because I can't use them. So, okay, we got Velas taken care of. Next up, putting an end to the Vazalok plague. I'm in King's Row. Excuse me. My apologies, guys. Missed. That was the sound of a teleport. Mono Lilith, city official. Pardon the yawn, old man. Oh, I know. Oh, it'll be a lovely way to end my evening. In the sewers. Wow. Big show going on. Midnight show. Rise of the Council. The Broken Column. Starring Fractured Dawn. Alright. Put an end to the Vazalok plague. The hackles on the back of your neck stand on end. I hate neck hackle standing. The Leech. We'll need more bodies up here to protect Dr. Vazalok. Dr. Vazalok warned us you might try to stop him, Vodkaman. Take a quick knee. Okay. Because I was in what I'll call session play from my experience in Lord of the Rings Online, because I played as the bad guy, it disabled my toggles. For that brief session play as Deadlock. Stop puking on me. Alright, that's a good heal. Uses a lot of endurance. But I do have a good heal. I hear a thrumming. Should be, there it is. I have to find 4 bodies, I think it was. There's one. Okay, Nudnox. Ooh, what kind of food are you making? There's something I think I have in common with most streamers. Mentions of food really pique our interest. That was better. Neither one got a wash. Fried French fries and deep fried crisp. God damn. That sounds good. That sounds really good. And that sounds no bullshit really good. Gonna try to run away, huh? Yeah, I don't think so. Ooh, curveball! Good fried chicken, yeah. Bad fried chicken is easy to come by. For the record, that would be, your Kentucky Fried. Popeyes is definitely better as far as the chains go. Now if you want something interesting, I've gotten a couple of responses on Reddit where I made a comment and I got a huge number of upvotes. It's only happened a couple of times. Every time it was a really short comment about something, but it was right to the point. Someone had asked what American foods that people had found who weren't from America that they really just went berserk over. And my response was, I have a Scottish friend who I introduced to chicken fried steak with biscuits and gravy. Now, to most Europeans who have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, chicken fried steak makes no sense. But I got so many upvotes that my comment made it onto one of the websites where all they do is sort of collate, gather information from other websites, and I got mentioned by name because of that one response. A chicken fried steak is a very thin piece of beef, and it's fried in the same way fried chicken is fried, and that's what makes it a chicken fried steak. And then with country gravy and biscuits, the upvotes I got were just ridiculous. It was 10,000, something like that. Never had any of U.S. chains except McDonald's and two pizzas. Ooh, Pizza Hut, shitty pizza. Always been shitty pizza. McDonald's is McDonald's. If you're raised on it, you probably like it. If not, maybe. Know what that is? Watched Pro Eater do a challenge with it, and he loved it. Said it was the best food challenge he's done. Okay, well then you know about chicken fried steak, especially with country gravy and biscuits. It's great. It's poor man's food, and my God, it's really good fuel. I have to find 3 more dead bodies. Well, actually, all the bodies in here are dead. Just some of them are dead men walking. It's awful, actually. Oh, we've got another body. I mean, not only do they spit, but man, they can spit a real long distance too. That's just nasty. Good reference. Llama or camel. Either one will work. Well, that Vasilaki is a doctor. Alright, I don't see any bodies here. Well, extremely dubious quality. Well, I don't know. If you're resin the dead, you're pretty good, you know, at some part of the doctoring. Alright, I hope I don't get aggro. Okay, I didn't. Because I'd prefer to simply find the bodies and get the hell out of Dodge, you know. Oh, this is not great. We don't actually know. I mean, maybe he's a great doctor. He just, you know, like Frankenstein, got obsessed with the idea of bringing the dead back to life, and then got went a little bit too far. Yeah, exactly. Oh well, that way's clear, and this way is not. I did see deadites here, so yeah, I was expecting this. Holy crap! Those things hit really freaking hard. And there were an unnecessarily large number of them. Just taking a moment here. You've slightly dicey. There wasn't even a body here. Take a knee again. These corners are, as I clearly demonstrated like 2 minutes ago, these corners can be a little bit challenging. So maybe we'll just take a moment to make sure that we're at full health before we hit the corners. Like this. And I still don't see a body over there. We still got to find 2 more dead bodies. Oh, we go deeper. To jabber on this much as chat? Well, I mean, depends. Like tonight we've had between 5 and 10 people. A lot of people just don't like to chat. Unsurprisingly, I blab pretty frequently on a fair number of the streams I watch, but on some streams I never talk at all. Yeah, I can understand the difference why Twitch wouldn't trigger the same sort of dislike of, you know, any sort of attention. It is anonymous. It's text. Text is a huge difference. Why are you not dead? Okay, dead again. Dead and not walking around. Let me be clear. The dead part, yeah, all right, he was dead to start. So that's not actually a really good indicator. We do have a body over here. You can see it glowing away. Groups of 4 are not welcome, I have to say. Missing my shots, also not particularly welcome. More problem with text in real life, and I can never stop rereading and thinking about what is missing, what others will think about. Yeah, okay, and think about what you've written. Yeah, I completely get that last part. Oh, there appear to be multiple bodies? No, there's only one that's blinking. But I used to do writing and stuff, and so I think it's kind of natural, at least for me, that I'm going to have that similar effect where I'm going to reread what I wrote and wonder if that's, you know, expressing exactly what I wanted to. Could I have written it better? That kind of stuff. Let's go ahead and give him a second to chill. To chill. Sorry. It is easier and more straightforward, and you know with a great deal more certitude as to how what you say is going to be received because you get the immediate feedback. My minor in college was speech communication, And depending on the scholarly survey that you're reading, the simple verbal content of what you're saying is between, the non-verbal content of communication is between 40 and 90% of the content of a conversation. And text, you're missing out on nuance, facial gestures, tone of voice, all that stuff. And so, depending on which of those scholarly surveys you're going to go by, it's only a 10% to 60% effective way of communicating. From the generation that calls rather than texts, just came from a 4-hour call with a friend before the stream. What I gather, folks today hate phone calls. They do. They largely do. Don't. Prepare yourself, my loyal minions. That's Dr. Vazalak, I think. Dr. Vazalak, prepare yourself, my loyal minions. I can sense our foe will be here soon. I could lose this. Dr. Vazalak. Oh, he's an elite boss. Reduced 1 level. Ergo, 2 levels higher than me. I'm probably going to get my ass kicked. If I had to guess, that's what's going to happen. So, I will attempt to pull all of his little friends first, obviously. We will start with his friends that aren't right next to him, on the assumption burn that last body. Oh, I'm gonna. And now defeat Vazalak. Put an end to the Vazalak plague. Yeah, I think I pretty much have got to beat Vazalak too. I don't think it's going to work out, but I am going to try. Because it will be good content. All right, so we're going to attempt to pull all of these fellows individually. You know, I had thought that this might end up with Vazalak himself, but I went, nah, I don't think so. But I did remember having fought him before, and I was right. Okay. But even missing him disturbed his equanimity to the point that he wants to come play. Alright, we've got Reaper and Dr. Vazalak. Oh, he's got more friends behind, too. Well, hopefully he won't call them. Well, hopefully even the Reaper. Come on, come on. Get away from your boss. Stop showing off for the boss. Come get some. This is an emergency situation, medical situation, and amateurs are only going to get hurt. Uh-oh. He did something. Holy crap. Yeah, he peeled half of my health off in the first shot. That's not an issue at all, is it? I'm going in. It's not going to work, but I'm going in, guys. Unbelievable! Okay, well, I'm shocked, surprised, amused, bemused, impressed. His last words were, "This is my mess, I'll clean it up. You fools don't understand my mission." "No, my work must continue." "Not today, Doc." Well, especially because I started off half dead. And more XP to boot. So you actually came face to face with Dr. Vasilak himself? Few people have done that and lived to tell the tale. Interesting that he seemed to have some goal, as the same goal as you, eradicating the deadly plague he'd caused. I guess it's possible Vasilak really does care about the harm he causes. I believe the time has come to trust you with all I know. Wow, to trust me with all you know. Wow, I'm impressed. Just because I defeated an arch villain? Wow. I don't know. I impressed her. I impressed me. Dun, 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 dun. We hit level 19. So, came in at 16, and now we're 19. All in a good night's work. Bitter Ice Blast. We will go ahead and buy another accuracy for that. Because it hurts. It hurts me deep inside when I miss. Increases attack rate. So that's recharge. Well, we dropped a couple of 20s. We're at 19, so this is only going to be good for a couple of levels anyway. Sure, we'll drop the recharge on Bitter Ice Blast. And then we'll sell the other thing. And having defeated Dr. Vasilak, I think I'm going to call it an evening. I'm rather surprised and amazed that I succeeded, especially from half health. But I ate a whole bunch of M&Ms or Skittles, depends on whether you're a chocolate eater or not, and managed to come out victorious. Thank you, Knocknox. I want to thank all of you guys for hanging out tonight. As always, I really appreciate it. Honestly do. I'm not sure if I'll be back tomorrow. It'll probably depend on how much of Vodkaman's staple I choose to consume. It is delicious. So if not back tomorrow, back the day after. So if not Wednesday, on Thursday. At the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, probably more City of Heroes. Again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out. Hope the rest of your Tuesday evening or early Wednesday morning goes great. I hope your Wednesday goes quickly so you can start looking forward to coasting towards the weekend. I will be back tomorrow or the next day. I'll put it in my Discord. Have a great night tonight. Take care. And ciao for now. Good night, guys. Thanks for hanging out.